As being a student of STEM education, I got a chance to encounter with different pedagogies, theories, and practices of education. After learning those pedagogies and practice, I tried to apply some of them in my school too. Recently, we had the program of Literature Festival, and in that program, we tried to implement 5 lesson plan of inquiry-based learning and similarly incorporate the STEM approaches. In this video, different friends of my school are going to explain what we did in that 5 lesson plan steps and how we incorporate STEM in our program.
As brainstorming is very essential for learning, for brainstorming, I engage them by asking them about literature or the storybooks that they have read or not. Before starting the literature festival, I also showed them some videos and I asked them about the learning habits that they do have or not. And then I got to know that one of my students, Asra Shrestha, she told about her grandfather, who is also a writer, and she also shared her experience of learning the stories that her grandpa wrote. And not only that, in that brainstorming part, we also showed videos regarding some stories, and also played a game which enhanced their literary knowledge.
Okay, we taught the topic rhyming words in English, and as the children are very much young of class 1, so what we did is we just asked them to find the word of only 3 letters like mat, cat, bat, and the letters also has vowels in the middle like MAT mat, there is A, PIG pig, there is I, SU and son, there is U. So we just made the children in a group at first, and then we asked them to collect the rhyming words. So they collected the rhyming words like bat, mat, hat, cat, and they also collected the rhyming words like sun, run, bun. So after doing that, we asked them to make the poem. And we told them to make only 4-line poem because they were so young. So what they did is they made the poem in such a great way that it was really fruitful. And as we are having the online classes, we just make them in a group. We just divided them in a group, and we asked one group to collect the rhyming words that has vowel A in the middle, and next group vowel E in the middle, again vowel I, vowel O, vowel U, and like this they made poem. And after that they did recitation of the poem, which was really a good session at that time.
भर्खरै हामीले साहित्यिक उत्सव सम्पन्न गरेका छौं। कथा लेखन गर्न उनीहरूको सृजनात्मक क्षमताको विकास गर्ने हिसाबले हामीले विभिन्न साहित्यकारहरूलाई स्रोत व्यक्तिको रूपमा विद्यालयमा अनलाइन क्लास मार्फत उहाँहरूलाई बोलाएर पनि अनलाइनबाट जोइन गराएर पनि हामीले भर्खर साहित्यिक उत्सव सम्पन्न गरेर विद्यार्थीहरूको त्यो प्रतिभालाई प्रस्फुटन हुनलाई अझै पनि हौसला मिलोस्, अझै पनि प्रेरणा मिलोस् भनेर हामीले साहित्यिक उत्सवहरूमा चाहिँ यसरी स्रोत व्यक्तिहरूलाई पनि समावेश गरेर उहाँहरूलाई कथा, कविता सिर्जना गर्नलाई प्रेरणा दिने काम पनि गर्दै आएका छौं, गरिराखेका छौं। जस्तै विद्यार्थीहरूले लेखकबाट नै स्वयं कसरी सिर्जना गर्नु हुँदो रहेछ त, लेखकहरूले कथा, कविता अथवा चाहिँ लेखकहरूले कसरी चाहिँ कथा, कविता लेख्न सिक्नु भएको रहेछ भन्ने कुरा उहाँहरूकै आफ्नै मुखबाट, उहाँहरूबाटै प्रत्यक्ष रूपमा सिक्दाखेरि बच्चाहरूमा सुन्दाखेरि बच्चाहरूलाई पनि त्यसप्रतिको रुचि अझै बढेर जाने, बच्चाहरूलाई पनि अझै ओहो सिर्जना भनेको यसरी गरिँदो रहेछ है, साहित्यिक सिर्जनामा चाहिँ हामी पनि लाग्न सक्छौं है, यसमा चाहिँ केही पनि गाह्रो रहेनछ भनेर सिक्ने प्रेरणा, हौसला मिलोस् भनेर हामीले त्यो साहित्यिक उत्सवमा त्यसरी स्रोत व्यक्तिलाई नै प्रत्यक्ष रूपमा सहभागी गराएर पनि हामीले साहित्यिक उत्सव सम्पन्न गरेका छौं।
As we have online class, students wrote different poems, stories, and journals. Similarly, they were presented their work throughout PowerPoint, and some of students recited English and Nepali poem. At class, students created different flower houses throughout different stone. Thank you.
You are the guidance. You are my mentor, my lovely teachers. We are just a bud of a small flower. You help us to bloom with your kind love and support, my lovely teachers. Thank you for everything, your love and care. I wish I will be one of you in the future. Thank you.
Grand event. It's not like the students were only the evaluators, the teachers were the evaluators as well. The teachers evaluated them under the certain criteria like the presentation, delivery skill, time consumption, pronunciation, contents, gestures, and many more. But the main evaluators were the student themselves. Students first selected the contents in their online classes which were to be presented in the 3 days events in the various competition that were going to be held. The next step that the students did were they chose the best acts among various competition like read aloud sessions, stonework plays, free speaking sessions. They evaluated their friends. They listened. They evaluated their own performance and gave the markings to themselves and to their friends. And the winners were also chosen by the students. So it was completely a student-centric activity, we can say. The ultimate purpose of organizing this act was to foster the students' talents and let the students share their views easily with all of the people around.
If we see all the process of this literature festival, one way or other, students are using the concept of STEAM. Before writing their journals, articles, students will investigate and research about different literature and they encounter with the knowledge of science. Similarly, as in this pandemic, our class is going to online. Student uses PowerPoint and different animation to present their work like stories, poems, journals, so they encounter with the concept of technology. If we talk about engineering, students use concrete stone to make up beautiful pictures like flowers and trees, houses. They give the concrete stones a beautiful design, which is somehow related with the concept of engineering. Similarly, while making the work, students count the stones and make a flower, house, and other work. So here also they encounter with the concept of mathematics. This whole program is related with literature, poems, journals, stories, and pictures. The whole concept is related with the concept of arts. So we can say in this how students are incorporating with the concept of STEAM in this literature festival. Thank you. If we see after taking so many classes of innovative pedagogies, I came to realize that I am very back from this train of teaching and learning. While reading innovative pedagogies, I came to encounter with different pedagogies such as inquiry-based learning, art-based learning, program-based learning, project-based learning, mixing pedagogies, collaborative learning, and so on, which help students to not only improve their hard skill as well as soft skill. Similarly, I realized that now it's very essential to change the role of teacher. The way we are teaching needs to be improved. After being familiar with different aspects of STEAM, I came to realize that it is very important to introduce STEAM in our education. It not only helps students to build their critical power but also help them incorporate with this competitive board. Similarly, after learning these things, I decided to use these techniques and practices in my teaching profession too.